Yeah.
And then
what's the area?
Rough Garden. Rufferton upon Quay. Rufferton upon Clyde. Yeah, really rough.
Yeah, man. We couldn't even set foot in Aidan's scheme.
Really not bad, aren't we?
I wouldn't
really.
set foot in your scheme. Honestly, I'd be torn limb from limb.
You wouldn't be allowed to.
No.
Actually.
No. Not with clothes on. Anyway.
No. I'd walk in naked, of course. That's like a sign of respect.
And then all the Neds went, oh, they already got him.
It's a sign of respect.
Let pass. Yeah.
Let 'em
I come from like a 5 neighbourhood, I think.
5 out of 10?
Yeah.
What's my neighbourhood?
You don't really have a like people.
Yeah.
It's not really like
Humans don't live there.
No, but it's like it's not really like an area really.
You have a street, that's your neighbourhood.
Yeah, but then there's a street near next door and all that.
There's a
There's
street
a
next
house.
door.
There's a house next door. There's not a street next door.
What's next to that street? This boy, it's a street next
Well, there's
door.
the whole area down the way, you know.
It's not really.
Yeah, but that's not where you live. You don't live in the sort of
Nearby area.
compact area, but you just live in a sort of offshoot of that.
So it must be 10 out of 10. What
Mm.
about my area now?
That's also my area. For the,
I would say out of 10, probably 6.5.
I had 6.5.
Yeah, it's a 6.5.
It's like it's been
I'd say
half
6.
gentrified and half really not gentrified.
Yeah.
I think the funny thing about it is that it's rough, but even like everyone there's like new. I don't know. See, when places get trendy, like immigrant, like look, sometimes people move there and stuff, like students and that, and then it's foreign students.
Student immigration.
Yeah, but there's also people that have moved there originally, who are really rough. So you get two.
No, it's the people that lived there before.
Yeah, but there's also
and those who are moving in. Gentrified.
Yeah, I know, but there's also like people who moved there like ages and ages ago, presumably in the 70s, and they're rough as well. So there's like.
Well, those are the people that lived there originally. Obviously.
No, I don't know how to describe it, but it's in racist, basically.
Right. Okay. Well, I was walking home last Friday, I think it was, and Rangers were playing.
Oh, of
So
course,
I'm just
of course.
going to say that.
So big Rangers there.
I think they were playing today. Old Firm game.
Yeah, it was
Old
all
Firm.
starting today. 12. It was 3-all.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
a
was it?
big pack of Neds, 16 Neds, I would say.
A murder of Neds.
A horde.
A haul of Neds. And it was me and Bob and my girlfriend. We were walking down. Oh, mate, I don't care. We were walking down
Shout out.
We're doxing up to ourselves, you're only viewer. You know
Shout
what I mean?
out, mate.
We're walking down the street and like all these Neds like in unison went, ha, haircut and jacket. So, yeah, well done, boys. I have a haircut and a jacket. Obviously, I didn't say anything because I'm a pussy. I didn't want to fight off 16 Neds.
But also, what would you say? How do you respond to haha haircut and jacket? How do you respond
I
to
don't
that?
know what they wanted from me there. So we just
Were they
walked past
young?
them.
Were they?
Yeah. We were like maybe 17.
You don't get 17-year-old Neds, do you?
Oh, you never know, man.
Haircut and jacket.
What's it?
And
Yeah.
then honestly, 2 seconds later, some guy just starts going mental like, "Oh, you fucking what you doing?
To the Neds or to yourself?
I didn't know. I was looking around like I didn't even know where he was. And then the
So
other
he wasn't
side,
part of the Ned group.
no, it was just a guy. And then the other side of the street,
There's a lone wolf.
this guy was going crypto and pointing at me, and he was like, "Are you fucking?" And I looked at him and I put my arms up like, "What have I done to? What have I done? I didn't even see you."
Yeah.
And then when I put my arms up, he went, "Aye, exactly. And I'm gonna fucking come over there and do." So I was literally just walking down the road.
I think not 6.5. I'm putting it back down to 6.
That was particularly bad for Rangers were playing.
No, but it's like that all the time. You have so many.
No, in
stories like
fairness, when I was up there, you remember the old chicken shop that was around there?
Yeah.
The old chicken shop.
The old chicken shop's no longer
The
there.
old day chicken shop.
Yes.
You
Well, I
know,
was
big
waiting
old
outside.
tree bells,
It was only me and you, and we were there. I can't remember. It must be a couple of years
If you
ago
say
now.
me and you, it doesn't make sense. Who you
Me
talking
and
to?
you were there, and you went into the corner shop to get juice, I think, and I was standing outside the chicken shop waiting. And the wee Jake balls walking past and go, "Look at this fat bastard outside the chicken shop."
You did do that.
We're talking about you.
Yeah.
Did you have chicken?
No, I was just waiting outside.
I
didn't
don't
have
know
it.
what chicken shop you're on about.
It's the chicken shop
Well, you can't really describe it.
on Gibson
Why
Street.
would they call you?
That's not where I live.
Yeah,
Close
that's
enough.
not the
That's
area.
sad. Gibson Street is far nicer than the area I
Well,
live
the
in.
point is, it's all West End to me, mate. The point is, right, I would like to point out this was not during a sunny day. This was at 10 p.m. at night because I drove you there
Oh yeah.
because that was like 8. Man,
That
must have been
chicken
about,
shop's still there, Tom.
no, it's closed.
Is it?
Yeah, it's shut down.
Oh.
I know.
Firebombed.
It was a sad day when I walked up there and I realised, right, this is the third time I've been here and it's been closed. The things are shuttered. And I looked inside and there was nothing
There
inside.
wasn't a Turkish man in there.
There was no boss man.
No,
Boss man
that's
was
the
not
chicken.
there. I was like, this is a bad
Was
day.
it like COVID times it went?
Must have been because it was just after COVID actually that
You keep behind him and like, well, the chicken's going straight.
Please! Please! I need it.
See, when I'm walking down my road, I've had to catch drunk people 4 separate times when
Why?
I'm walking down that road.
Why?
Because you know when drunk people they do the longest fall.
Yes.
So they're falling for what
It's
was
like
like
Looney
40
Tunes.
seconds. Yeah, it's like and then like the quick run that
I know
slowly
what you
getting
mean, yeah.
closer to the ground. I've had to literally catch them. One guy, I caught a guy and he was like, "What are you doing?"
You're a
I
fucking
was
good
like,
Samaritan.
"I'm saving you from slamming your face off the ground, mate. That's what I'm doing, arse piece."
You're a good Samaritan. I would not help them. I'd let them fall.
I've never had that.
I think he would just knock you down like a bowling pin, mate. I don't think he does much.
He'd
What are
probably
you
aim for
talking
you.
about?
You could catch someone, could you? You with possibly the least dexterity of any human being I know.
What do you mean dexterity?
It's
Yeah,
less
but
dexterity,
you
it's
could
more
sort of
hand-eye
catch them.
coordination.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Alright,
Because they could just run into you otherwise.
They would just run into him. They'd treat you like a bowling pin.
right.
Fucking, straight!
Listen, they say, I'd chuck you a bit like a wet blanket.
Well, I went tracking.
No, that's a wet
Swing it
blanket.
about like I went tracking. I love that phrase.
Is that the guy, the Wonka guy?
No, he said he did say something similar. He did employ similar vernacular.
Mhm.
I love that. It's so evocative.
What's the guy in the
Because he
Wonka?
would be in a tracking as well. So as long as they're
If you
empty.
can imagine at once what it's like to swing a bit of wet tracking.
What's he says that? Like, fuck, there's Wayne's here, because if I wasn't, I'd fucking what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God there's cameras
tortoise
here.
or something, I don't know what it
Well,
was.
knock you up and down the street or something like that, I think I said.
Something about treating like a little ragdoll or something, right? I don't remember.
No, that's a effing ragdoll, yeah, but
That was
that's
it.
what he said.
I'd fucking ragdoll you up and down the street.
No, it was a boot. Okay.
He didn't specify whereabout, he didn't
Yeah.
specify if it's the streets.
This
or...
doesn't need to be specified, mate. All he needs to know is he's getting ragdolled. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, I will now be going away as I'm scared.
Oh, he's
I've not. I tried to look up updates for him and I haven't heard that.
Apparently
He's
it's
been
all
radio
fake.
silent.
It's all fake now.
As I always say, haha, it's all fake.
No, it's like Joe Lycett's come up with or something.
What?
This is what people are saying. It's
No,
like,
I heard sort of that, but I think people are just saying, "Oh my, if this turns out to be fake, but it clearly isn't fake."
It's not fake, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very much real.
Yeah,
It would
Joe-
honestly be
Joe
funny if it
Lycett
was.
engineered that the guy had been trained to be a nonce or whatever. Like you
Trained. He's been trained to be an honest.
So he's like formally been a nonce.
He's gone under
but
non-conditioning.
obviously it's not true. Like if,
Graduated.
assuming that Joe
First
Lycett,
class.
he wouldn't actually hire a nonce to do it. He would just plant the fact the guy was a nonce, like in the media or
But
something.
then some guy would have to come out and then have his name be besmirched by being a nonce.
Yeah, I don't think-
How much is it? Are they paying this guy for them to just be made like public enemy number one?
Yeah, the thing is, right. Here's the thing. Would you rather be, in saying that, like, would you rather be a stuntman, right, and have your risk your bones and shit get broken, or be a pedo man?
Pedo man, yeah.
Yeah, like, what would you rather there? Because who's gonna choose pedo man?
Pedo man, sorry.
Basically, your face just gets
You,
attached to the
yeah,
word nonce.
you become the
whatever
nonce.
campaign.
Well, actors do that all the time, like creepy. Play
No,
creepy
but this
nonces.
is different because
Yeah,
you've
because
been
it's
put
not
on
it's not a
Twitter.
role. It's like you
You
as a
can put on
person.
Twitter and then everyone's like, "This guy's a nonce."
Yeah.
In order for the facades
Aye.
to make sense.
It's like, what would you rather there? Because that's the option
Well,
basically.
stuntman,
that they're putting
obviously.
up. Yeah, because like
You would
That's what he's
jump
done.
the gorge with a motorbike rather than be having your name put next to the word nods.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'd probably do the same, to be honest.
Well, I think, to be honest, depends on how bad the stunt is for me.
That is true. That is true. Like if it was like jump the
If
sharks.
it's like life
I
or
don't know.
death, then
Yeah, maybe.
not.
Well, one is you risk getting that way, you risk death, and the other one is you don't risk, you get social
Do you
death.
think it's likely that whatever gambling corners you when they see in public that if you went actually it was for a social media campaign or not actually paedophile that they would count?
I don't think they will understand what that is.
Social what?
Which is
Pedophile.
social.
Pedophile.
You're socially announced.
I called you a beast, not a pedophile, mate. I don't know what that is.
No, they'd say like, is that where you get all your wains? If you say like it's a social media campaign.
That sounds, yeah.
So yeah,
They would then go on to brutalise
If I
you.
told a 65-year-old I was a TikToker, I imagine they would just assume that I was a paedophile anyway.
Yeah, I mean, look at TikTok as right
We're
now.
one
V1I.
rung lower on the social system because we're not even TikTokers. We are beneath them. We are podcasters.
Yeah, we're YouTubers, man.
Are we?
Are we?
They're
Aye.
available on multiple
A
platforms.
65-year-old wouldn't know what a YouTuber is, though.
Or Spotify or
My mom would know what a YouTuber is.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. They would.
Exactly.
That's for old people.
Oh, right. But that's cool, that's refined.
You just reminded me your mom's 65.
She's not
That's
65.
mad.
She's not 65, she's 63, 64 this year.
I mean, my mum's in her
That
60s
is
now.
mad.
my mum was 60.
Yeah. It's just you got a young mother, mate.
Nice,
I don't. That's the thing. My mother was
Yeah.
bang on average.
We
age.
think we're all geriatric pregnancies, right? You might not have been the geriatric pregnancy, but
Tom, you want a geriatric pregnancy. Your
Is
mother
that-
was
was it older
30
than
something.
35?
35?
Is it older than 35 and above? Is that geriatric pregnancy?
No.
I don't know.
38.
I don't
Since
know.
38, I'm not even a geriatric pregnancy.
Were
I mean,
you,
you are solidly in their count.
was your mother a 35?
She's 36.
Mum was 35.
That's pretty normal, 36.
It is now, but 20 years ago when they were having us, I think that's quite old.
Yeah, so.
No, what, the 2000? Nah.
Yeah, I think even the 2000s,
The
it was like
doctor
was
said,
going up.
Miss Callum, Miss Mungo, Miss Mungo Callum and Mungo Ewan, there is a 80% increased likelihood that your son will grow up to be a podcaster.
Well, you know,
Because of your
they
age.
do say
I'm
the
willing to take that
autism
risk.
level increases the later you go,
Well,
so it
that's
does make
I
sense.
think that's
Yeah.
fundamentally disproved by the small sample group of this podcast.
I've told,
Well-
I've told,
Let him speak.
I've told you before, my mom, I was on like a high chair one time, and the thing broke.
How old's we?
Oh,
50,
no,
60?
baby, like, you know, like 1 or 2, right? And the thing went,
So he isn't a baby, by the way, but
Okay,
go on.
what the fuck is
A
it then?
2-year-old is not a baby.
Well, it's
but
not a fucking adult, is
it's
it?
an infant. It's an infant.
child.
So what's the difference between an infant and
Do
a
you think
baby?
it goes baby adult?
See if you, do you know
It
what?
goes-
Baby,
it goes
child,
baby,
adult.
toddler,
So
no?
it's a child, isn't
No,
it?
yeah, okay, it's probably a toddler, but it's
Yeah.
not a baby. A 2-year-old
No,
is
let's say
not a
toddler.
baby.
What, but when I-
2-year-olds can
Anyway,
walk.
go get back on
Probably 1 or 2, right? And I apparently went over the back, it cracked my head.
That explains a lot.
Yeah,
You fell from a high chair.
I apparently cracked my head.
See if you go across your scalp, is there a big dip?
No,
Some-
there's no dent, no gamer forehead or whatever.
No, it's carved.
Tom was doing
He's
like
good.
cranium stuff for me there. He was doing like, what's that thing that they do?
Phrenology.
But phrenology on a podcast.
Yeah.
Is that
His skull is there's no dents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
the,
no dents.
It's the basis science with it. Well, it's
Oh,
not-
of course, yes.
It's also just sometimes they use it to talk about, like, this is a stupid person, but it is about the study of skull shape
Like
I
you
think-
could be an ape type
to
people.
make out characteristics.
I think 100% that's going to be racist.
Oh, definitely. No, definitely.
Well, one can imagine you could apply it to non-racist purposes.
Oh my
just
god.
extremely classist purposes, you know.
Did you ever see that documentary about that wee guy? He was on death row in America, right? And it was kind of, well, he'd done it, but it was like he'd killed a police officer or something, right? But it was like, it was dubious whether they should have got done for like death row or whatever. It was self-defense, right? And he was
Self-defense against a police officer.
yeah. I don't know. I think
Well,
they
they do get a bit wacky.
It was
over
some,
there.
it was something like that. Anyway, people were saying it shouldn't have got done. But anyway, the point is, he wanted his last meal. He wanted crawfish. He'd never had crawfish before, so he was very excited to have the crawfish.
And he hated
He
it.
did, yeah, he got a big bowl of it and he hated it. And he said that's
Died
his
of
last
food
meal.
poisoning.
Last meal is like fuck's sake.
That's a good. You would want that, but they wouldn't give you sub-rancid food, as Callum calls it.
Maybe if you're allergic to something. Although you probably have that on the record.
Nah, because what if you never told anyone?
Yeah, but you probably
I'd
find out one way or
For
another.
my last meal, I want 3 gallons of Daddy's tomatoes.
I think we've established you're all right with that now.
Well, I have had Daddy's brown sauce. and I
Such a
had-
load of crap, mate. You're not allergic to Daddy's red sauce.
Well, I was at one point.
You weren't.
I was.
You weren't.
My tongue inflated. My tongue inflated.
Were you choking in that?
I struggled to breathe.
Oh.
Yeah, but you also had pericarditis as a kid. So do you think
That was a long time after the
Yeah,
daddies.
Those didn't cross over.
Because
Well,
I knew
you
that,
probably had an
Also,
undiagnosed.
pericarditis is a heart issue, not to do with your tongue.
Yeah, you said you lost the ability to breathe.
Yeah, but it was my tongue inflated. That was why I couldn't breathe, because my tongue was so big.
So
I don't think you're allergic to a specific brand of ketchup.
and it's not even the brand of sauce in general. It's just tomato
Well,
sauce.
maybe I'm no longer allergic to it, but I was at one.
I used to be allergic to eggs in the same way because I'd been given them too early. So for about until I was
How
maybe.
early was your mum giving you an egg?
Well, I don't know how early she
Blending
gave,
it up and giving you
but
an
basically it was whenever I had like what she did was
she needs the protein.
she gave me like a bit of batter on the end of a spoon, obviously with raw eggs in it. You know,
No, that's not why.
That doesn't sound healthy.
but that's what you do. That's what you do with Wayne's.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah,
Is it?
like the bowl? You never liked the bowl.
Like the bull.
Yeah, but you were surely
How
you were
old
like
were
an
you?
infant, like your wee baby.
Apparently, it was like
He was the infant's infant.
I don't really know,
This
but
guy.
supposedly I got given it too young, and then every time I had like that and anywhere I'd get like red rashes and stuff
Yeah.
out of it though.
Oh dear.
It was raw egg though. It was only raw egg, or like kind of runny. I would get it. I think.
So you can be like the Rock, you can be gulping down
Yeah.
Oh,
8 eggs for breakfast.
grim. Do you know what's a lost art?
Eating raw eggs.
Egg and toasted soldiers.
Mm.
I don't hear anything about
Actually,
that.
you're an adult now, Tom, is what that is.
No.
Nobody knows how to make it anymore. It's a
I
lost
don't
art.
see much anymore eggy. I'm never offered eggy soldiers ever. I don't know what happened.
I had egg.
No, I
soldiers
don't
the
hear
other day,
anything
though.
about
You had egg on toast, not eggy soldiers.
Yeah, but that's why I had it because I was thinking about.
See, you're a hero, man. You're
Egg
keeping
on
things
toast.
alive.
It's just egg and toast. I think people are
Yeah,
still
but it was
having egg and
boiled. But it was
toast.
boiled egg.
Or egg in a cup where you get the
Yeah,
butter,
you get a
mash
cup
up
in.
with some butter, bit of salt and pepper.
Mm.
That's nice.
Yeah, but you're not
No,
cutting your
that
bread
is-
up into soldiers and then dipping the
That's-
soldiers.
that's-
into
Sorry,
cheese.
that is the best way to enjoy that. I don't. That's the best way to enjoy it.
Mm.
Well,
it's the
you
ultimate
could
way.
do it, Tom. You could
I
do
could,
it.
but I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that.
You don't have a
Too lazy
mummy
to
anymore.
boil an egg.
Is the problem.
Huh?
Too lazy to boil an egg.
I can do that, but if I'm going to do that, I may as well just have a little egg. It's the idea of like
The-
putting all the effort.
Do you know what the most like?
We know
sort
I
of-
hate cooking. We know this.
Yeah, you know the most antiquated, ridiculous like piece of crockery in the world is
Egg cup.
egg cup. Yeah, it's
Nah,
crazy. It's absurd. It's
nah.
so
It's
ridiculous.
absurd. I don't own an egg cup, so
That
I'm,
shit's absurd.
I'm living the 20th
I love a good egg cup.
century.
I love it. It's
I
just
don't
it
even have
just
a
makes things
grater.
more fun.
How do you
What?
grate stuff then?
Yeah, how do you get it?
I don't.
I chew it up, spit it out.
That's fucking
Do
smart.
you never have cheese?
I have. Well, I realised this recently because I bought some goody egg. And I was like, nice, I can have a ham and goody egg toasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hold on, no grater.
I mean, gooey.
Do you use like a sort of knife? What do you use to cut it up?
I would just slice cheese. I wouldn't grate it.
Do you have
I mean, I
a
would-
cheese slice?
To be honest, I would. When would you grate cheese anyway?
Cheese
What's
slice.
a cheese
What?
slice?
A cheese slice?
What's that?
So when Cal eats a lot of cheese, that's what he calls a knife.
Mate, we've got a cheese slice in the flat.
What's a cheese slice?
What is a cheese slice?
It's like a. It looks like a potato peeler, but it's thicker.
What?
I've never heard of this
Never
before.
Isn't it usually on the board? It's
No,
usually
it's
the
not
other
on a
side
board.
of
It's like
the-
it's. I don't know. How, it looks like a fish slice, said slice.
What
but
the
it's
fuck
got,
is a
Slicing
fish slice?
fish?
Well, a fish
Fish
slice.
slice.
Fish
Fish.
is used to flip fish in the pan.
Yeah, fish slice. Right. It looks like a fish slice, but it's or a spatula, I suppose you'd call that.
Well,
or-
Right,
it's
okay,
like-
so it's a spatula.
No, what's a fish slice?
Basically, spatula.
It's
But
like
it's got a dipped bit so you can get under
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fish. And
Right.
It's like that, except it's made of metal and it's got like a
I'm not made of metal
essential
normally.
potato, not potato.
Patolo.
Oh, do you know? I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about. I've never heard it be called a cheese slice before.
People call it like a cheese plain, things like that. As
Yeah,
well.
I can. Yeah, no, I know what he's talking about now.
That is the most antiquated bullshit. You don't need that.
Yeah.
An egg cup is actually useful.
Well, you do need that slice of fucking
Have I had a
cheese.
knife?
If it had a grater.
Oh, it doesn't work the same. Well, the fucking grater, the box ones have a cheese slice on
Yeah,
them.
that's
That's
what
true.
I
That's
said.
true.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy who lived 111 in Liverpool's going to have more interesting bloody conversation than this.
Speaking of things that are uninteresting.
Yep.
Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. 3 of the Mungos went to go see it earlier on this week. Sans Mungo Cal.
I missed it. I was on a works night out.
Oh, can't imagine anything worse. Oh wait,
Mm.
Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. Now, I'll preamble this with the fact of 2 of our Mungo compatriots did not know they were going to go see Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire somehow.
What the fuck?
I don't know how you guys missed this.
Well, we
Godzilla
thought it
minus
was seeing
one.
-1, you know.
Yeah.
What's -1?
The
It's the
Japanese one that came out a
Japanese
few
one.
months ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think it's unreasonable for me to have expected that there was only one Godzilla movie that came out in the past.
Well,
3
I did
months,
tell
and
you it was
the year
Godzilla X
was
Kong.
2024.
Does the other one have King Kong in it as well?
No, the other one is a reboot of Godzilla as a concept.
Surely this
Similar
is
to Shin
also
Godzilla.
a reboot.
No, this is so.
Reboot.
Is he a reboot? No.
So similar to, do you know you watched Kong Skull Island? You're telling us.
Yeah, I think at some
Right.
point.
So basically, this is the same universe as that.
John Gooden's in that, isn't it? Or is that a different
I
one?
don't fucking know, mate. I don't remember.
There's just so many of them. So many of these bloody films.
Yeah, because it's the sequel to Godzilla X Kong, the first one. So this is a sequel to a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had Godzilla King of the Monsters, you had Kong Skull Island, you had Godzilla X Kong, and now you have Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
So there's Godzilla X Kong in the first one.
Yeah, there was Godzilla X Kong, the first one, that had Mecha Godzilla in it,
Right.
built off King Ghidorah from King of the Monsters.
Oh yeah. Aye.
Aye.
I remember Shite PS. No, it was a GameCube game where you got to play as the Godzilla.
Destroy All Monsters.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
like
you've
Destroy
got to
All
play as one of
Monsters,
the Godzillas,
PS2.
and you've got to beat the fuck out of like the big Mothman or whatever.
Mothman, of course.
Mothman, yeah.
That was pretty good.
My favourite
Mothman
kaiju.
made an appearance in
Yeah, well, I don't think
Apparently it's called
Mothra.
Mothra, and it's a she.
I thought it was
An
Moth.
entirely
Jaden
female
thought it was
species.
actually Mothman that was in it.
Well, why don't I let you two sort of tell me your thought? Well, do you want me to overview the film? And then
Yeah,
we can-
overview.
So-
honestly, I don't think I could.
Basically, the film centres around. So I've not seen the Monarch TV show that was released on. I think it was Paramount Plus, and I think there's probably a reference to that. But basically, the way they ended off the last one was talking about the Hollow Earth, and Kong got sent back to Hollow Earth, basically.
Which is a space in the middle of the earth where
Yes.
all of these sort of
Kaiju come from.
Kaiju monsters live.
Yes. So basically, that whole area is considered Kong's territory, and the world above is considered Godzilla's territory, right? So you got this concept of the portals in between, da da da. That's how the movie starts.
Yeah.
With Godzilla on top, Kong underneath, and Kong basically.
Well, the movie also starts with Rebecca Hall, who's been given the haircut of the wee boy from Love Actually, which was very annoying. Because that was the one when I went in to see this, I was like, oh, Rebecca Hall's in this, I might enjoy it. And they've given her some sort of 14-year-old quiff.
It was not good. It was not a good haircut.
No,
It's not a good
sorry,
haircut.
continue.
Yes, and we've got the girl from the Eevee tribe. So basically, the MonsterVerse version of the Eevee tribe that was the last of the Eevee tribe, so that we know of, from Skull Island, and
And the Iwis worship Kong.
no,
Or not
so
worship, or they at least have some relationship with King Kong.
basically, yes, King Kong was not King Kong yet.
Sorry.
Kong,
Prince Kong.
yes, Prince Kong, young Kong.
Fong.
Yes, Kong the Fong, whatever his name is. Basically, he was the protector of this tribe on Skull Island, or the protector of this wee girl on Skull Island, through instinct or whatever the fuck, because she was the last person that left on Skull Island when Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson came to Skull Island.
Playing themselves.
Playing themselves, obviously, as celebrities that they are. And basically, the whole film comes down to new big monkey. Kong find more monkey. He fight big monkey. Then new ice dragon come out.
Right, well, the new monkey controls the ice dragon.
New monkey control ice dragon.
So
Old
why
monkey.
why is there a new monkey?
Because there's many new monkeys, mate. Because Kong goes deeper into Agartha, or
What's Agartha?
the Hollow Earth. It's what the Hollow Earth theory is to a lot of people. And basically goes further into Hollow Earth, finds more Kongs, and
Right.
he finds a little Kong.
Right.
And we have a great scene where Kong's first interaction, I guess.
So
with-
King Kong has discovered a new part of Hollow Earth, and he goes in and exploring, and then finds a little baby Kong.
Yeah, a wee orangutan Kong.
Runs up to him, but then after that is
They try and fight him, and we get the best scene in the film where he ragdolls this
He
wee.
uses baby Kong as a weapon against the other
He
Kongs.
throws him about like a wet
Yeah,
track.
like tracking.
Yeah.
And then, well, after he's defeated everybody, the baby is like in a pile of dirt face first, and then for some reason he just picks the baby back up again, and absolutely like, slams it off the floor for no reason. And nobody else found that. The most annoying part about watching that shite film is every other person in that theatre, there was maybe 5 other people, were just laughing at the stupid Marvel cinema millennial humour, like, did that really just happen? Bullshit.
Yeah.
But anytime anything actually funny happened, like for example, when Rebecca Hall was introduced and the little card underneath her name said, you know, whatever her name was, Kong expert,
Yeah.
doctor in Kongology or whatever. Nobody found that funny. Or when King Kong submerged or came up from Hollow Earth
Yeah.
into I suppose the surface.
Yeah.
And
Egypt.
then there was like
Oh, right,
there was the
start.
big alerts went and you know it was like DEFCON 5 in the Kong Centre.
Yeah.
And then Rebecca Hall said, "Does Godzilla know that he's here? Does Godzilla know about this?"
Yeah.
Like nobody found any of that.
So that was why they were asking about Godzilla, because it was like, oh, because he's meant to be on the surface and he's not meant to be on the surface.
Yeah, but it's
basically.
like, how the fuck? Who's telling Godzilla this?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, the idea is that he can sense.
Right.
The idea, because
Well-
in the last movie it was shown that he can basically sense where every kaiju is because of his alphaness. Basically, he's the alpha kaiju.
So did King Kong beat up Godzilla?
Well, no, because basically they had
That's
their
the first film.
they had their fight, right? They had their fight, but then they had to team up to beat Mecha Godzilla,
Right.
and that's how the peace was happened because he went down to Hollow Earth and he
Right.
was like,
And now
chill.
number 2. Are they still fighting?
Well, but basically when Kong comes back up from Hollow Earth, after, well, basically there's some useless human characters that nobody gives a fuck about, right? And they discover the Iwi tribe that we mentioned earlier has a presence in Hollow Earth.
Mm-hmm.
After the best character in the film, Miguel, gets killed, the Scottish character.
Guy. Yeah, it's just a Scottish guy for 2 minutes, make him an arsehole and then kill him.
Yeah.
And then no one cares
Yeah,
when he dies.
Who
Basically.
plays them?
I don't know.
don't know, some fat wee dwarfen looking guy.
Yeah.
Basically, they find the tribe. Tribe's like, we're sending out a distress call because there's a prophecy about a Iwi tribe girl from Skull. I was like, that's really, their prophecy was very distinct. We'll put it that way. It was like, wow, okay, you couldn't have made it a bit more vague. No, there was more Hollow Earth bullshit, but gravity, more tribal stuff that I didn't really care about, to be honest. Turns out they worship. What I said to you earlier in the film, actually, Ewan, is that I was like, oh yeah, the Monsterverse changed it so that they fucking worship Kong instead of Mothra, and then
They worship more.
turns out they worship Mothra. I was like, okay,
Because they have to, or the prophecy is that the last Iwi on Skull Island will awaken Mothra,
or
And-
Mothman.
Mothman, in order for Mothra to team up with King Kong to defeat
No, Godzilla, mate. Team up with Godzilla.
Godzilla and King Kong
Yes,
to defeat the other bad Kong and the bad Kong's
the
ice
the
dragon.
old man and the ice dragon. So yeah, basically they summon Godzilla from on the surface. So Kong jumps up and he's like, right, I need to go. Oh no, wait, he gets his new arm, doesn't he? Because Kong goes down, confronts the Skull King. Gets his arm frozen.
Gets a new mechanical arm thing.
It was like a whole like Saturday morning cartoon
Sorry, what?
anime
King
bullshit.
Kong gets a robotic arm.
Yeah,
Goddamn minute. I gotta go watch this.
it's like a whole Transformers ish thing. It was I quite liked that bit because it was like it appealed to my inner 3 IQ monkey brain. I like machine bits that move around.
I had a dream last night that there was a monkey in my flat.
Was it a gorilla or was it?
No, it was just a monkey.
Just an ape.
And it was just kind of like, I was in the flat and I was like, oh, this bloody monkey going about, and I had to like kind of put up with it because he had the right to be there for something. so it was a shared let you and the monkey. Yeah, I just.
This is really off topic, but I had quite a strange dream last night. It's very quick.
Do you want to know something? I had a strange dream as well, but I'll let you.
Well, it was Mercury retrograde or something.
I had a dream that I was hanging about with the guy from Top Gear.
What, Richard Hammond? Oh.
Richard Hammond and
all three of them?
The original trio.
And James May.
Yeah.
And no, not Matt LeBlanc or whatever.
Mm.
And we were in this field and they were racing cars and stuff. And there was work being done in the fields. The field went to a beach and there was kids playing on the beach and they were digging a very small and narrow hole.
Yeah.
And I was walking down the beach with Richard Hammond talking away, whatever. And I looked round and then Richard Hammond disappeared, and what happened is they fell down this small narrow hole that was exactly Richard Hammond shaped.
Right.
So I could only see the top of Richard Hammond's head.
Okay.
And then they had a 6-man emergency team from the BBC to excavate Richard Hammond at the beach.
Was he taking it well? Was he good timid about
he was
it?
very angry. And he had to get his aides to calm him down with a latte afterwards.
A what?
A latte.
That's a complicated
It was a
dream.
strange dream.
No, in fairness, mine was even. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to one-upmanship you, but mine was fucking strange.
You think your dream was wild?
Because
about the
because it interlinked. It interlinked back with a dream I had months ago that I confused for a memory. Because the thing was, right, so the dream months ago, I'll start it back then.
Okay.
The dream started as I was walking on top of a hilltop. It was like a sort of thin, slim hilltop trail, right? In this like humid Chinese sort of mountainside, right? And then for some reason there was a city on the mountainside.
So you mistook this for a memory?
Because the thing was, right,
when was I in China?
No, that's what I said. I was like, at one point I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I was like, I have never been to China. That's not real. That's not a real memory. But the whole point of it is that this last night I had the same thing. So but it was me going back to this place, and I think it was one of you guys.
Finally, I can go here.
It was a hazy person because I was talking to someone and telling them, "Oh yeah, this place is great, man. This place is great." But then turns out, so we're walking down this trail going to the city again, but this time they had customs, and obviously I can't speak Chinese. So I was trying to convince them that, oh yeah, no, I've been here before, yeah, no, and I was trying.
Customs
Don't worry about it, mate.
No,
I'd also love to see if I could hook into your dream. I would love to listen to what the Chinese people sound like in your dream.
No, because the whole thing was.
Mandarin sounds like.
No, because the whole thing was I was like, right. In the first dream, I was like, right, this isn't Japanese and this isn't Korean. It must be Chinese because the characters weren't the same.
Right.
For some reason, I was able to somehow, because I had to look it up afterwards. Right, did I get this wrong? But no, it's like weird because it's like it feels like a memory of me being there, but it was a dream. It's very strange. It was a very strange feeling. Point is, it was a very strange experience, considering the fact that we did get into the city. We got into the city, and we had to go to the beach.
No, the beach.
I know.
At
the bottom of the city, because the city went right down the mountain. And so I had to guide this mystery person down the mountain. Because I was like, oh yeah, no, this is the market.
And that was just a Chinese restaurant that you passed.
No, because all the directions were in Chinese. But
how did you know which way you were going?
Because I knew from memory before they put the signs up.
Because
the city had
before.
Because I've been there before.
Did you know the first time?
I guessed the first time. Right.
No, I knew Chinese that time.
Because I remember getting lost on the beach the first time. That was the thing. Because of it's basically this big concrete place. And I got lost the first time.
Big concrete place. Definitely not Benidorm.
But yeah, no, it was a strange experience. The weirdest part was that I was did you ever fucking break that fez?
Yeah.
Cam just broke a fez.
I broke a fez.
Don't fucking stop breaking my shit.
Cam, have you had any weird... You're like the king of weird dreams. Have they continued recently?
Not
I'd rather not say.
not that I remember, to be honest.
None that have not been sexual.
Not really. I used to get some fucking weird ones.
Yeah, bloody weird.
Because I was sleeping
Scary
too much.
weird.
I was sleeping too much, basically. But not so much now.
Now you have entered gainful employment.
Aye. Gainful my arse, mate.
Were you gonna think twice about cussing there? My arse.
Anyway, back to Godzilla. As much as you don't want to see it, we're
Geese
gonna
are
I've
finish it.
already seen it, that's the problem.
Give the ratings for
No,
Godzilla.
right,
no,
right.
you got fuck all to say about Godzilla. Give
I've
us-
got many things to say about it.
No, we're not set
Well,
for
let's
40
end
minutes.
of the overview because no one really cares.
Right, aye. So basically, they get Godzilla, they get Mothra.
This is an overview.
I'm finishing it. We're not finished the overview.
How long is this going to go on?
Point is, they go into the real world
What do you mean the real world?
in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, they basically killed millions and millions.
Yeah, they
of
kill
people
millions in Rio de Janeiro because they
fighting.
come out in the real world.
Yeah.
And Godzilla and the ice monster go up against each other.
Yeah.
She-male, as Aidan like to call it.
No. Sorry, I didn't call her that. You said Shiro and I said there's
Shiro.
not Shimo.
Yeah, because I got mixed up, and I figured out why I got mixed up, because Shiro is white in Japanese, and it's a
You're going to
white
have to
monster.
cut that. You're going to have to cut that. You just slandered me.
I'm not cutting that. Anyway,
Heads up.
yeah, so basically, the film ends in Rio de Janeiro with the two monsters beating up the old man monkey. That's basically it.
There's one point where one of them, or the monkey, the bad monkey, uses his like spine whip to take the top off of a high-rise building.
Yeah.
And he flings it at King Kong, and King Kong just punches the shit out of it and explodes it. It's like there is people in that building. They are now all dead.
I mean, it's just part of the course for these films, mate. Part of the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah. I mean, I'll let you guys say your thoughts on it first, because I get the feeling we've not got a lot to say.
My review is very quick. I'm going to give it 1 star. It was a shite film.
Yeah?
It's one of these films where they basically just make up in-universe pish in order to continue to further the plot, and you have to gulp it down and just basically go, alright, fine, they have to invert gravity in order to merge the hollow earth in the real world.
Oh, it was so
to
fucking
do
dumb.
all. It's like utter shite, and they just keep forcing it down your neck in order for them to get to 2 hours and however many minutes. It was rubbish. I didn't enjoy it, and I said at the time that it felt like watching a 2-hour mobile game app. Like an advert for a mobile game app. Yeah, it was just not good. I did not enjoy it at all.
I gave it half a star, and
Oh my
my
God.
review borrowed from his statement that it's like a 2-hour mobile game ad for these Candy Crush rip-offs. I did think about giving it 1 star, but I also have reviewed another film on Letterboxd which I gave 1 star, which was Shadow in the Cloud, written by Matt Slandis, and that was better than this, so I had to give this half a star because all ratings have to be relative to each other.
Fair.
It was basically everything I hate about cinema, everything I hate about popular entertainment, and I think anyone who enjoyed it is dumb.
And Tom rates it 4 out of 5
Tom,
stars.
5 out of 5.
I loved it.
5 out of 5. Best film I've ever heard. No, I think I would probably. I'm not gonna say my star rating just yet, but
Because that would be something.
Right, Tom, well, let's go. Right, here we go. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to
Right,
say
I
about
just
He's
Ghost?
think-
doing it. You still have to hype him up.
don't worry, mate. Don't worry. But my biggest issue with this film is I feel like the MonsterVerse it just has no direction. It has no. They're trying to do their own thing with all this Hollow Earth stuff, but they don't need to be doing that. Do you know what I mean? The appeal of the monster movie doesn't need all this Hollow Earth bullshit in it.
Back to basics.
They're trying to-
Hashtag back to basics.
Yeah, they're trying to. The thing is, like, Legendary is trying to do similar to the original Godzilla movie where they introduced the Mutos. They're trying to make it their own thing and trying to make sure, like, well, at least it feels the way of, like, they're trying to have as much of their own original stuff as possible. But I feel like from doing that, they're taking away from what the movies could be. Because if you look back on, say, I just feel like this movie's not. It feels like something that shouldn't be there. It just feels like an empty movie. Nothing happens in it. The status quo hasn't really changed, to be
Other
honest.
than millions of Brazilians died.
Exactly. And there's now many, many monkeys. But I feel like if they were going to do a film like this, first of all, they had Mechagodzilla in the film before this. Fair play. What happens is Godzilla, Kong come together, Mechagodzilla's there, da da da
The
da.
last movie, Godzilla and King Kong.
Yeah, this is the second Godzilla X Kong.
I thought that was the selling point of this.
No. This is what I'm saying, is that this is the sequel to a Godzilla X Kong film already.
So X means
This
come
is-
together
yeah.
rather than verse.
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like, they've already done this. The least they could have done is put an actual proper villain in it. I just feel like the Skull King, I don't remember, I don't care. Old Monkey, just a
Scar
nothing
King.
villain. He's also an original Western release, and so is Shimo, right?
Was Mothman not in this?
Mothra was.
Mothman did come back into it, and I'm like, they should have just left her dead. Because she sacrificed herself back in King of the Monsters. And I know that Mothra's meant to be a species, but there was no reason to bring her back. She's done nothing. She's done nothing the entire film, basically. She came in, flew up, said, Godzilla and Kong, stop fighting, guys! Stop fighting! God! And then she went back down,
Can she
done
speak?
fuck all, and then, no, I didn't actually say that. Just a lot of the film. To be fair, I'll give it this. I think all the monsters were really well animated in terms of being able to show emotion without actually having to say words. Do you
Yeah,
see
but
that?
it's so easy to do that.
It's
like,
not.
King Kong hitting his hand off the ground because he's angry.
No, the facial expressions I thought were quite good. Like, you got to give it that.
I
think.
mean, it's okay.
It was scraping on competent.
Right.
Yeah, the VFX, like, I mean, it wasn't very impressive, to be honest. It seemed like you could have done that film 10 years ago, really.
I think you could have, yeah, but VFX haven't come that far
But
in the last 10 years, to be honest.
they were fine. I mean, it didn't look bad.
Yeah. I think the VFX part of the film was actually quite good.
It was
But-
definitely the best part of the film.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think that's the point, though. It's the what's it called? Spectator film? No.
It was spectacle.
Spectacle film, sorry. But anyway, yes. But Mothra did nothing. Shouldn't have been in the film. They should have had a proper villain, like Hedorah or Destroyer, one of the two.
Destroyer.
Destroyer is like a big demon thing. Point is, they should have a proper villain for the story. It just feels like a filler thing. I don't know. It felt like they were setting up something for a better sequel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because nothing happens in the film. Feels like filler. Also, it's just, I feel like because they're trying to shove so much Hollow Earth stuff in, it just didn't vibe with me. And I think the main problem, it's probably the biggest example of the main problem with the Monsterverse per se, is there's no meaning behind any of it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I thought it was.
None of the kaiju have any. I mean, think about. I was saying this when we were discussing it post film,
In the pub.
post film pub,
breakdown.
post film pub breakdown. That Godzilla as a kaiju is meant to have a purpose. He's meant to represent something. Like, for example, in the 60s, he was the nuclear bomb, basically the threat of the nuclear bomb. 2011, Shin Godzilla. He's meant to represent something, but Monsterverse Godzilla is. At the start, he was meant to represent the balance of nature in some way, but I feel like they've just tossed that aside. I feel
Why?
like
Because he's in the earth with King Kong's.
that was before that. This is before Godzilla X Kong.
Right.
So he's meant to represent. This is like King of the Monsters. Is meant to pre King of the Monsters is meant to represent balance, and then in King of the Monsters they're meant to represent nature in a way, like they're bringing nature back. There's a whole thing. It feels like Americans missing the point, to be honest. The whole Monsterverse, and it feels like it's getting worse every movie that they release. I feel like this was just an unnecessary film. Didn't need to happen.
Yeah, I mean it's going the same way as all cinema types or genres go. Not so much genres, but like popular things in cinema. Where I think we talked about it before on the pod, possibly, but like the way Marvel is now, where essentially every Marvel film is just so ridiculous and kind of they're introducing characters that no one's ever heard of, and they're just expecting us to go down this crap.
Yeah.
Whereas the original, I mean, I've never really been a fan of Marvel cinema or whatever, but the original films were simple. It's like the Avengers, superheroes come together, in order to stop some massive thing.
It was a big thing at the time.
A load of build up and then they'll have a fight on a rooftop at some point. I mean, they were simple films, but and I think we were probably talking about the death of Marvel cinema when we talked about this last time, because we were talking about like cowboy films and how they were popular, etc. And then I think we were saying that the last films of these types are probably always the best ones because it's people saying, I love this so much, I'm going to take it back to the basics of what it is, and here's what a real monster verse Marvel cinema cowboy film should be. This is what these films are in their essence, and I'm going to make them. And then those films are probably the best, and then that's it. That doesn't really happen. It doesn't really happen anymore. So I think it's probably getting to the point now where if it is indeed going to continue, someone is going to have to just bring it back to the very basics of what a Godzilla film is.
And I think Minus One did that quite well.
Minus One was, which I would have wished to see that instead. But and then it probably will die because I don't think anyone's after that. I don't see how anyone that isn't, how there will be a non-autism friendly screening of a Godzilla X Kong film. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so crap. I don't know.
Yeah, it really. I just don't think it's deserved to be made. To be honest, I think they should have focused on a better film concept than this. I mean, I know everyone else in the podcast here doesn't really get the idea of a monster movie, or a fun one, but like this was bad for someone who likes these kind of films. This was bad. This doesn't need to exist. They could have done something much better.
Well, I can appreciate like the original King Kong probably definitely has value. It's like it's interesting enough to keep you interested for 90 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
I think nothing interesting about this film. It was purely spectacle, and it wasn't even that spectacular.
There was nothing really happened.
It was honestly like watching one of those simulation things for a graphics card. It's like, this is what it can load on a laptop. Look at this. That's what it was like watching it.
Also, my biggest problem, they had Godzilla in the title first. This was a Kong film. This was not a Godzilla film. This is a Kong film featuring Godzilla. Do you know what I mean?
Feet.
Yeah, he wasn't in the story for most of it. Do you know what I mean?
That's because he didn't find out.
He was the B plot.
King Kong was there. Nobody told him, thankfully.
Thank fuck. Nobody wants him though. Two stars, because I feel like as much as you guys didn't like the graphics, I think the whole design behind the film was pretty cool. But it was just a waste of a film, to be honest. Probably 1.5 if I'm being really honest, but 2 if I'm more focused on what I like. Subjectively 2, objectively 1.5, because I just really feel like it just didn't need to exist.
So if you went in the room with a guy and you're talking to him, say, "Oh,
you're
hi."
in the room with King Kong, right?
No, he say, "How's it going, big man?" I go, "Oh, hi, I'm alright. What do you do?" He said, "That." He goes, "Oh, what do you do?" He goes, "I make films. You know that Kong X Godzilla film, man. I made that. Aye."
He made the film. Doesn't get the title right, does he? You know that Kong X Godzilla film? That's my film. I made it.
What do you mean? That's the name of it.
Godzilla X Kong.
Alright, okay, Godzilla
The
X.
new Empire.
Godzilla X Kong. Oh, you know Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire, right? I read that.
All by himself.
Aye. Would you rate it?
Well, I'd say what I thought was good. That's what I'd say.
There's no wonder this guy's drunk. Seems like he was drunk behind the wheel making that film as well.
He's not drunk.
So he's completely sober. Yeah, he's asking me this.
Can you play a sober person then next time?
Okay, I'll do it.
You Kong X Godzilla.
Do you know that Godzilla X Kong film?
X Kong.
Yes, the one with
who's in it again? It's your film, mate.
You got Godzilla, you got Kong, mate.
Aye, there's Godzilla in it.
There's only two that
and then
matter.
there's Kong.
It's Godzilla X Kong again.
Aye, but I mean the actors.
He means your actor, mate.
Who played Godzilla in that film again? Who was that?
Did Godzilla have a speaking role?
No. So Brian Cranston.
No, that's what I was saying. Is I'm impressed by the amount of emotion they were able to do with no voices.
Did Kong speak?
No, he's no.
Do they speak in any of the films? Did they ever have one?
No.
There's never one where they just go, "He can speak."
No.
It sounds like he did a banana.
Well, the whole point of it is he can communicate with me girl through sign language.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing.
And she's not deaf. Is she deaf?
No, she just can't speak.
So what? It's like that monkey that could say water.
Yeah, it's like Bobo. Bobo? Was it Bobo?
It's not.
Was it Bobo?
It's not.
What was his name again?
I don't know, but it's not Bobo.
What did you say? It's like the one who says water bird.
Yeah.
Bobo.
Yeah, it's like treat please, massage please, massage.
No, no, that was a different.
And that was a button, wasn't it? He was
Because
just like,
there was some
the
gorilla
ape,
and
the
they said
monkey.
it was the example that they could use.
yeah, and he just made up bullshit basically.
No,
they
but he
taught,
saw a swan.
they taught sign language to a monkey,
Yeah.
basically, and then they brought the monkey out, and the monkey saw a swan, and he signed water and birds.
Which is
Whoa.
displaying more intellectual capacity than Bobo could. So it's quite unrealistic.
Well, yeah.
Will we explain Bobo?
Nah.
There's
Yeah,
also
Bobo
him.
was a JK from.
From
I don't even think he went to our school. I think he just hung about near our school.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
school
a-
age, but was not in school.
Yeah. Trump made a Bible.
Hmm?
Do we all know this? Do you hear about this?
Second president to make a Bible after Jefferson.
He made the God Bless the USA Bible.
What is different about it than the King
So,
James?
let me tell you, right, because this is big. So, he released a video of it, right? No, he released it on April 1st, so I thought this was an April Fool's joke. But it wasn't, it's not, it's real.
It's so like Trump to not make a joke on April
Yeah,
1st.
yeah.
It's the one day he releases a serious book.
So he
Little
released,
Judas,
he
he
released
kisses
Bible.
boys.
He says it's his favourite book, of course,
No, did he not say...
His own Bible or the Bible?
the Bible.
Did somebody not
I have it
ask
in my
him-
house, it's my favourite book.
Somebody once asked him what his favourite book was, and I'm sure he said, well, if we don't count the Art of the Deal, then it's probably the Bible.
Well, he says it here, it's my favourite book, I have it in my house, and we're going to make America pray again. And I was like, that's genius.
That TN.
That's what he said in his wee advert.
But
I
it was.
don't believe.
No, but the
that
thing
he's
is, right,
just
so-
No,
evil.
it's not.
Yes.
It's not.
He's not. He's probably just doing it for
Been
his...
married 3 times.
Yeah.
He's doing it because he's obviously in that lawsuit, so he's trying to get money in any way possible, because he released a perfume before as well, last month.
Trump steaks.
Yep,
I mean,
it
that
was
was
that.
the-
Sorry, why
Trust me, I know steaks.
Huh?
And these are the best steaks.
why does releasing a Bible protect him from lawsuits?
No, but he's raising money for it. That's the
Right,
thing.
right, right.
Also, it's good for the campaign because
Yeah.
people that vote for him are nutty.
Exactly. But here's the thing, mate. You don't just get a Bible when you buy the God Bless the USA Bible. Do you know what else you get? You not only get...
47.
You get a copy of the Constitution,
Right.
the
The
Bill of
original.
Rights, the original, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
All for the bumper sticker price.
What do you mean you get the Pledge of Allegiance written on something?
Yeah, you get the Pledge of Allegiance written in your God Bless the USA Bible.
I think you should know that if you're that much of a patriot.
So it's
Ah, but it's good for the fan club, you know what I mean?
it's
the
printed
Jesus
with
fan club.
it's printed in the book.
Yeah, they're all four are printed in the book as
So-
well as the Bible.
In his version of the Bible, is anything different?
No, it's the
It's
Bible.
It's just a Bible that he's put his.
It's the
face
Bible, but it's not his face isn't even on it.
Which
surprisingly,
which version of the Bible is it?
well, it's the God Bless USA version,
Like,
obviously.
oh,
But
I think he means the translation.
oh, I
No,
think
the
it's
King
just
James,
the
surely.
yeah, it'll be the one that's generally used throughout the US.
Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, had his own Bible called the Jeffersonian Bible, in which he cut out all the supernatural elements. So the Jeffersonian Bible ends with him dying on the cross, and that's it.
Whoa.
Because Jefferson then detested superstition and thought
Could be that
Jesus
one
was
then,
a good moral
possibly.
teacher.
But yeah, no, it's the Bible, Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and Pledge of Allegiance, all for the low price of $59.99.
Can,
Dollars.
Is there art on the front of it? Or is
So
it
it's like a leather book, right? Bound leather. Okay, great
It's
brown
not
brown
bad for a leather-bound book then.
brown book, right? Classic Bible, but it has the God Bless the USA, and then it has the American flag waving across it, sort of embossed into it. It's not coloured, but it's embossed into it. It's not tacky. I'll say that it's not tacky, but it's not.
It's fairly fucking.
It's
oh, I wouldn't call that non-tacky.
it's
man.
not tacky,
fucking-
but it's not good.
It's
You
like
know what
the
I mean?
flag's waving.
That's
it's
what I
like
just
a
said, yeah.
waving
It's like
flag.
that.
Oh my god!
It's great. But yeah, no, I think that made me laugh because I thought it was an April Fool's joke at first, but then I found out it was actually true. So
Do you want me to?
who's
read-
buying it, man?
Did he release that on truth.com? Or was
He
that
did. It was on Truth Social. Yeah.
on social?
Oh my god!
It's so annoying that he's been banned from Twitter because
I miss
he is the greatest tweeter.
Do you
there
want me
is.
to? Do you want me to? What else is in this?
Oh, do
it
tell.
says handwritten chorus to "God Bless the USA" by Lee Greenwood.
Fuck yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
just
that was his
Lee
co.
Greenwood.
So Lee Greenwood is his co-author on this. It's a.
He's co-authored.
Surely
Jesus.
Paul, Matthew, James, and John are the co-authors.
Nah, mate.
Paul. Mark.
Mark.
You don't even know who the Bible writers were.
I thought it was John, Paul, Ringo, and
Right,
George, mate.
and Ringo, yeah.
I think honestly that might have been what threw me off.
Well, Paul did write some of it. Is he
Yeah,
not
but
in
Paul
it?
was a disciple, mate.
He didn't write one of the
No,
canonical Gospels.
I don't know what it was.
This is just fan fiction, mate.
Right, this is the blurb here. Easy to read, large print,
Easy
slim
to read.
design.
Yeah, so it's for boomers who have to wear those like
Slot.
half present glasses that Homer wears and put the book out like there, you know.
This Bible invites you to explore God's word anywhere, anytime.
Whoa.
Easy reading. Oh, it's a King James version. It's a King James version we've got.
Probably the new King James version though. I would think the updated one.
Damn.
I honestly think 80% of the people reading that Bible think King James was like one of the
American
one
founders.
of the guys
Characters, yeah.
knocking about, kicking a ball in Judea. You know?
So Jesus said under King James, he said, mate,
King
where's
James,
the
boy.
USA? Are you going to found the USA yet? Or do I have to go over there and do it myself? And then that's where Adam Smith came in.
I do think it is funny though that all of these extreme right wing constitutional conservatives, if they call themselves, are always like, you know, they're trying to take the God out of schools, they're trying to make us a godless country, and then you have, I mean, Jefferson was an extreme example, but not even that much an extreme example of a man who was one of the founding fathers, legitimately, and was like a total anti-theist, basically.
Yeah, well, the whole point of America is separation of church and state.
Yeah,
isn't
it's,
it?
it's supposed to be one of the only
Yeah.
you know nations that are founded as purposefully non-religious, and then they actually have a real problem with Christian fundamentalists.
Yeah, it's quite funny, isn't it? It's all fun.
Isn't it ironic?
It's all great fun. Aye.
And
But-
Trump isn't a Christian. I mean, everyone knows he's not a Christian. He clearly does not care about religion or Christianity at all.
Mm.
It's just another like tacky money-making scheme for the Trump enterprise.
So yeah, if you want to do
Definitely
well
is.
in the Republican Party in America, you have to be religious. You
Yeah.
have to be verbally, you know,
You do. Yeah.
verbally religious.
Well, I mean, even in the Democratic Party, because there's never been a president who was non-religious.
Don't you swear in the Bible as well?
You do, yeah.
You don't need to.
You
Though.
can't, yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You can choose like Sportfish magazine or whatever if you like.
Hell yeah.
But then we've never really had a prime minister who's the prime minister now again? Or
Rishi
Rishi
Sunak.
Sunak. Rishi Sunak's not a Christian yet. But do you remember Boris Johnson converted to Catholicism while in office? How weird was that?
What?
Yeah, and he
He
was
did.
supposedly the first Catholic prime minister.
Well, he was, yeah.
Is that why he did that, do you think? So that he could be
Possible.
on Wikipedia as...
No,
first
he was. No,
Catholic?
he wasn't. Actually, you're wrong. He was baptized as a Catholic, so he was technically always a Catholic. But
Well, no, he converted Church of England so he could get married again or something like that.
Yeah. No. He was actually just the first Catholic prime minister when he gained office.
He
But was
got
also
married.
living in sin with Carrie Johnson.
Wow.
He got married or something somewhere.
He got married during his time in office. Very deeply religious man. Boris
Mm.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Very God-fearing man.
You looking up now?
Yeah.
Looking at what?
First Catholic prime minister.
That is Boris Johnson.
Is it? It shouldn't take that long to get a result, mate.
Tony Blair,
Apparently it's Seamus O'Callaghan, isn't it?
Tony Blair is a Catholic, but he converted to Catholicism after he left office for some reason.
Ooh. It should
Maybe
not take you
because
this long to
he
look up,
donates a
mate.
hell of a
What's
lot
the
to
issue
the
here?
church.
What's the
He
hold
gets
up?
Bringing up
all these
people that
sins
aren't-
in at least.
Nah, he's going to heaven anyway, man. He's going
Anyway.
straight first class ticket.
Talking about people that are weird Christians and false Christians, in your opinion, Kanye West has been in the news
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
for his Donda Academy. Do we know what Donda Academy is?
I
I've heard
don't.
of this.
I mean, I know Donda's the art, but it's
Mental private school.
Was
So-
that not years ago?
No, this is new. This is new shit. So basically, he opened up what's called Donda Academy, which is a Christian sort of private school meant for the upper echelons of society, of course. But this recently has got into a lawsuit. So someone's suing the school because of the things Kanye has basically said to parents and students. So he put forward a couple of ideas for the school, let's call them. And one of them was having a jail cell in the middle of the school to put bad children in, where he would also shave their heads as penance.
What?
Yeah,
They can't shave a Wayne's head as punishment.
especially if they're part of the upper crust. But that was his idea for the school, is he wanted to shave their head. He would also scream at pupils if they tried to talk to him as well. If he came into
So
the
he's
school.
just kicking them out.
Yeah, he would just walk in and walk out.
What-
which was
what
obvious.
Wayne-
Sending their kids there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mentalists.
What parents are sending their
Well,
kids
it was
to?
still open, so someone must be. So
How much does it cost?
I don't know, mate. Too much. It was like upper echelon sort of school. No,
Where is it?
Hardly anybody knows anything about it. It's in LA.
Right.
But yeah, no. Also, he said to a parent that the gays are controlled by Bill Gates, mind controlled. So
Well, they existed before Bill Gates.
nah, they're controlled by Bill Gates. They're mind controlled by Bill Gates. You see.
Bill Gates is straight, man. He's not even gay.
Listen. Take it up with Kanye, right? Don't take it up with me. I don't know.
He's got the wrong. He's in the wrong state to open up a draconian
Yeah.
private school, because all the people that will pay hundreds of thousands of pounds to their kids for their kids' education in California want these like hippy dippy schools.
Montessori schools.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like we actually don't. You can turn your kid can turn up when he likes. We don't care about the concept of time
Yeah.
or whatever. Like that's what people pay hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds for, to dress their kid up like Super Mario or whatever. at school.
That's true.
Or the
Yeah.
stupid like suspenders or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's listen. That's
But
why he was
mine-
being
mine-
sued. Basically, he was
mine is-
trying to put all this stuff on children. Basically.
Yeah. Mine is Kanye West, so he can't open it in flipping Alabama, can he? You know what I mean?
I probably could actually.
Well, why not?
They're not going to go for Kanye West.
I think of all the black people in Alabama, Kanye West would be pretty well liked considering his opinions.
Mm.
They'd be like, this guy's one of the good ones.
So the guy's a pro-Nazi guy. isn't he?
Exactly, this guy's one of the good ones.
It's a weird guy.
They'd love him over there.
Is he still like just
Insane? Yeah,
abusing his poor wife? And
yeah.
that?
He's having a dress up. Well, I say dress up.
There's not much.
Yeah, not a lot of dressing going on. Yeah, no, he brought her in apparently one day, like
Well,
that.
wear dressed like that.
Yeah,
To an all boys
yeah.
private school.
It's great fun, isn't it?
Brilliant.
So he's just gone mental and he's getting a lawsuit basically against him, which I find quite funny.
What, from the parents that put their Wayne in fucking Kanye West's high school and see what happens?
It's actually really bad. It's actually like not a well run school. I'm gonna have to sue him.
Fuck.
I thought this was the one that couldn't fail.
This was the banker.
So it's like,
This is the one that couldn't
It's the
fail.
banker.
This is the one that's never failed.
Yeah, but that's Kanye West.
Well, if I had that much money, I would not send my kid to a school run by Kanye West.
Would you set up a
Is he
school
the head
like
teacher or is he just?
No, he's just like the guy in charge, basically, like the dean. Dean?
Right. Yeah.
He's the guy who controls the head teacher, basically. So he's the board of the school. He's the school board.
Do
He
He
is
is
the
the
board.
board.
Yeah.
Do they get there? He hired a teacher and stuff.
They hire.
Had
Ton-
a teacher.
Yeah, they've hired a few teachers, mate.
That was like when
I'm sure.
I went to Glasgow Uni, and everyone would always threaten you with like, if you do this, you'll go to the Senate. If you do that, like if you cheat in the exam, you'll be met by the Senate. You'll go to the Senate.
Yeah.
If you behave in this way, you'll go to the Senate. Right.
I love democracy.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I was like looking at one. I was like, who are the Senate? Who are these people? Right. And I looked up one woman, and her name was Jill. And everyone's getting called the Senate.
I
Jill-
am the Senate.
It's like Jill, the Senate, McAllister. Like,
So she's the judge of your fate then.
so if you did get sent to the Senate, you'd get sent to a room with Jill. And that is it.
Scary.
Does
Very scary.
Jill put you out of the uni in that?
What?
Would Jill put you out of the uni in that?
Possibly.
Presumably she has the power to, yeah. Else
Why,
would
is
be
she like head
threatened.
woman?
Well, no, she's the Senate, mate.
She's the Senate.
We established this.
So is there a head or above?
She'll be like the disciplinary head.
Officer,
Yeah.
whatever.
Wow.
So, yeah. Well, I'm sure that'd be really depressing if that happened. Which is actually quite apt because the next story is about how the UK is the second most depressing country in the world.
What's the
Segue.
most? What's the
Fucking Graham
most?
Norton over here.
The most is Uzbekistan.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I was like, that would be quite depressing if that happened. Much like.
He's been
Aye.
doing that. Do you not see? He's been trying his
Sorry,
best.
you're gonna have to repeat that for me. I was laughing at my own joke.
Fucking bastard, honestly.
Do you know what? Talking about depression, you know what? See, I heard something about how UK, right, most second most depressing country about. And do you know the first one and all? It's Uzbekistan, isn't that
That's
crazy,
mental,
Tom?
Callum.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it is.
Why
Uzbekistan
are
is
they
the
so
most
depressed?
miserable country.
I believe it,
Is
to be honest.
Uzbekistan? What's
What
Uzbekistan?
about North Korea?
I don't think that.
Well, no, they're all
It's-
happy.
so it was
They're
measured
all-
on average happiness.
All the information coming out there, they're all
I
happy
don't
clapping
think
Yeah,
for
see if you're
some
North
reason.
Korean and you get a survey through the door, how happy are you? Like, I'm so happy, mate. I'm having a cracking time.
Yeah.
A survey, is that how they do it? Just ask people.
Surely it is.
Suppose.
Yeah, I assume they take a sample group or something, but yeah, no, it was measured on average happiness of a country, and the UK was second lowest.
We are a miserable bunch of bastards.
We are a miserable bunch of cunts.
So we do live in Britain, to be fair.
I thought the Finns were all sad.
Well, apparently not. Apparently they're more on average happier than the Brits.
Wait, aren't the Finns or the Norwegians or the Swedes, aren't they the most
Fulfilled.
satisfied people
Yeah.
in the world or something?
They are, but they're also the
It's
citizens.
Copenhagen, Vienna, and Alberta. Oh no, Copenhagen, Vienna, and Canberra. I think are like the top for
Australia?
satisfaction.
That makes sense. Fair play. Aye, well, you know, it was weird because I was looking at the ratings, right? Because I went through the ratings, and it was weird to me because Anglo nations in the Anglosphere, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and America, I guess, they were all in the lowest third for average happiness.
Americans are happy.
Canberra's an Anglo city.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. It's weird, isn't it? And Slavic nations like Uzbekistan were also in the lowest rungs.
Uzbekistan isn't Slavic.
You know what I mean? That kind of area. Central Asia, right?
not-
Central Asia isn't Slavic.
Slavic and Central Asia, that whole zone, right?
Half the world.
Don't be a
That's
fucking
all.
pedant, right? Don't be a fucking pedant. Point is, that whole area is all miserable, right? Central Eurasia is all fucking miserable. Africa, pretty high. Pretty high, believe it or not. Asia, also miserable. But,
How much alcohol do they drink in Uzbekistan?
I know nothing about Uzbekistan.
Because, wait, where were we?
Second worst.
Wait, where's happiest again? What did you say was happiest?
Oh, I can't remember. But I'll tell you what the top third is. Top third is filled with Latin American nations and Spanish speaking nations.
What the
Really?
happiness
Yeah.
places.
No wonder. All
Average
the
happiness.
drinks. They eat out all the time. They're sitting outside drinking, smoking cigarettes. You know, they have a nap time. They have a government nap time.
Government
It's
mandated
fantastic.
naps. Yeah.
Mm.
No, but they're all the top third basically. So they're the happiest. So that's what you do. To get happy, you need a nap time and you need some sun.
Yep.
That's what
Believe
you
it or
need.
not.
Yeah. It's great fun.
It was actually really sunny today, and I felt noticeably happier.
Yeah, it does have a noticeable
It does,
improvement on
yeah.
it.
Well, then why are all the Swedes not happy then? That's the question.
So the happiest places in the world: Dominican Republic, Sri Lanka, and Tanzania. There you go.
Tanzania is the happiest place in the world.
One of them. Dominican Republic, Sri Lanka, and Tanzania. Top three.
Where's the Dominican Republic again?
Dominican Republic is right next to Haiti, so
Oh,
just south of
aye.
America.
I imagine Haiti's not a very happy place.
Can't imagine. I mean, they do have some funny gangs in there.
Hmm.
You seen the Mr. Barbecue, whatever he's called?
It's the barbecue.
Please don't tell me his name's Mr. Barbecue because he barbecues people.
He barbecues people. Yep.
What do you mean he barbecues people?
Well, he throws them out in the street and he burns them.
Are they his
they're
enemies, I
alive.
presume?
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine he does
No,
his
no,
own
that's
gang
His
members.
boys, granny.
No, but are they like other gangs or?
Yeah. Well, there's a whole gang war going on in
Yeah.
Haiti right
Should have called us on Mr. Barbecue. Did I want that to happen?
now.
I thought it was going to be like everybody wanted to come round to mine for a barbecue. Sometimes he's
Yeah.
chuck me out the street and come in oil.
Well, apparently, he says that it's his mother. His mother used to sell barbecued skewers out in the road, and that's why he's called it. But like, who's going to believe that?
Nominative determinism.
Yeah.
Well, so is he actually doing this, burning people, or is it like propaganda?
Well, obviously, no official news source has been in and going, so today we're interviewing Mr. Barbecue. No, obviously it's people going, yeah, no, he's done this.
Like, Cal's already like, I don't believe it. That's what the government want you to think.
Mr. Barbecue's a good guy.
Well, he is going into the politics game, so watch out for Mr. Barbecue.
Definitely a good guy.
Yeah.
Just wants to help people.
He's going to make Haiti great again. Alright? Just you wait. Just you fucking wait, boys. But the thing I wanted to talk about most, I've been waiting on all this week. We mentioned it before, but I want to talk about the TikTok Riz Party.
Oh my god.
The fucking TikTok
I've
Riz
got
Party.
this bullshit on my TikTok thing as well.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this. What is this?
The TikTok Riz Party might be the greatest party of a generation. Basically, what happened was there was a poster found that implied there was a TikTok Riz Party happening, 18 up. 18 and up.
Is it? I thought they were 16 year olds.
No, here's the thing, here's where the confusion came in. So, basically, the TikTok Riz Party poster was found, an 18 and up party, right, that had people that were, like, not actually going to be there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That had people that weren't actually going to be there. And what happened was that people on TikTok found this photography page on TikTok that was like a business around photographing people at parties, similar to people coming up to you at clubs and taking photos, right? So they would take photos at parties. And this clip was found at the same time the TikTok Riz Party poster was found. So people conflated the two,
Right, okay.
and they were like, "Oh, these boys dancing."
They
So it's a
must be at the
video.
TikTok Riz Party.
Yeah, it's a video of boys dancing at the age of 16, with no alcohol or drugs.
I think it was the prom or something.
It was someone's 16th birthday party.
Oh, it was a sweet 16th, right?
Yeah. I think it was Justin's sweet 16th, something like that. Point is, it was not the actual TikTok Riz Party, but people conflated the two, and this has become the TikTok Riz Party.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just someone's sweet 16th.
That was the fake TikTok Riz Party. This is the real.
Yes, exactly.
I
Exactly.
feel like that guy from Liverpool was $100. No idea what's going on.
But basically,
I just say to him, TikTok Riz Party.
TikTok Riz Party.
basically,
That's proper Madeline.
so the whole thing behind this that is mental to me is the TikTok's done what TikTok does best and has started to overanalyze these 16-year-old boys at a party.
Yeah, it's the group dynamic.
It's the group dynamic. You know, if you remember the old group leader meme,
Yeah.
it's that being brought back basically. So basically, they've got they basically went through and basically made personalities for these guys by just seeing them dance on a video.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example,
Also, the video may be
it was like 10
10
seconds.
seconds.
It's like 10
15
seconds. It's they're singing Carnival by Kanye West. Not Kanye West. Yeah, no.
It's the prom of the Kanye West's high school.
Donda Academy prom.
Like, on the camera.
But yeah, no, we've got at the start, right? We've got the group leader. We'll start with him.
Blue tie.
Blue Tie himself, clear cut group leader. This is what they've got in one of these TikTok videos that I printed out for the listeners. I have printed sheets.
A TikTok video.
So
That was something the fucking 115-year-old man would do. on his massive monitor that's been like zoomed in to 100-fold.
What is this, Tom? You're
So-
going to explain this, man.
I'm gonna explain, I'm gonna explain.
Print it out.
basically, so we've got Blue Tie,
Blue
the
tie.
group leader, clean cut. Makes sure he's front and centre without objection, right?
Mhm.
The others, everyone else looks to gain his approval.
I've seen that. I've seen them.
As we've seen with Pudgy Whiteshirt, who's coming next, known for ruling with an iron fist. How the fuck does anyone know that? Then you've got Pudgy Whiteshirt, obviously the second in line to the throne.
Yeah.
Serviceable backup for when Blue Tie isn't there. Knows his role first of all, so he knows where he is. He knows his place
So-
in the world.
So, was this presented? So, this video came out and people say this is a TikTok Riz Party, and then there's just these wee guys.
Basically, it was them analysing the
It's
Riz.
super analysing
It's
this
like-
group
it's
of boys.
They've obviously the way that they've played out is that this group have come to the TikTok Riz Party prepared to riz up women,
Yeah.
but they each have their roles in order to riz women.
They
up.
have their
the blue
specialisations.
shirt's like the alpha
Blue
male
Tie's the
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
He's the leader.
Like, he's the leader. He's going to get whatever piece of meat he wants.
Pudgy
Well,
Whiteshirt
and then
says
the other
henchman.
boys are kind of there to just facilitate women.
Can you just briefly run by me again? What's the TikTok Riz Party?
Yeah,
So
I-
basically,
right.
it's just called the TikTok Riz. Well,
Yeah. It was a Sweet 16
It
party.
was a Sweet 16
There's a video of, right? There's a video clip of a Sweet 16 party.
So these
taken
are
by
like
a photography
16-year-old
company.
guys that
Yes.
everybody's going, they
Yes.
were trying to chat women, and it's like
Yes.
just wee guys in a fucking birthday party.
Yes.
Yes.
The TikTok Riz Party name comes from a
The
poster,
world's gone mad.
and the TikTok has conflated the two things. Basically,
But what was the original TikTok Riz party from the post?
the original TikTok Riz Party was an 18 and up party that nobody knows that if it happened or not because it was not documented. It just came from a poster that somebody found and posted.
Was the
Again,
idea
that's
that
the
you
fake
just...
TikTok this party. This is the real TikTok.
Of course.
No, that was the real one. This is
No,
the fake
No.
one.
This is the real TikTok Riz
That's
Party,
the
mate.
real one. That may have actually been called the TikTok Riz Party, but this is the real TikTok Riz Party.
So let's see the rest then.
So,
Were the other people at this club aware of the TikTok Riz element?
No.
nah.
Right, but
These boys turned up to this club Riz ready.
Yeah.
They all had their roles, they had their positions, and they knew their roles and they played them.
they had no cognizance of the TikTok Riz party phenomenon.
No.
That is the joke of the TikTok Riz party that I guess it would have, if it had happened, it would have been a party people advertising where the whole point is just the Riz
There is
TikTok
people.
people.
There is people in a somehow TikTok fashion.
Mm-hmm. And someone who knows this place is the guy behind the group leader.
Right,
Not
I
very
thought-
high ranked in the group,
Is
but
it Turkish quadrille dingle or is it?
Nah.
It's the group leader.
no. Turkey's got to, he's come.
Right, okay, sorry.
So this
I
guy
don't think
behind the
I'm
group leader.
non-Turkish quadrille
Listen,
dingle.
this guy, ain't counting this guy knows and respects his role. He knows where he is in the
Not
group.
the deputy.
No. He protects the group leader. He's not very high in the group, but he protects the group leader. He knows his role.
He's a goon.
And he's good at his job, right? He knows what he's doing. You can trust him, right? He's respectable.
He's a gooner at the TikTok Riz Party.
He is, well, he's not the gunner, mate. The gunner's coming up, right? There's the guy in the far left. Now, this guy's fucking scum, basically, right? He's not part of the group, right? Group leader doesn't even know his name, mate, right? He's not even part of it. Tried so hard to get in the video and he didn't even get in it for that long. He was in there for 2 seconds.
Embarrassing to be honest.
Not even in there, mate. He tried pushing in, didn't even get in there. He was shoved right back out because he's
Presumably
fucking
his dad
scum.
was one of their friends.
Yes, yeah. Just
Yeah.
another attendee of a Sweet 16.
Now,
Someone
here's
that-
your favourite. Well, maybe not your favourite, but goofy tongue guy.
That is Turkish quadrille
Yeah,
dingle.
Turkish
Who the fuck
quadrille
is
dingle.
Goofy ass.
So this is clearly what
His
different
name is
videos.
Turkish quadrille dingle.
What does that mean?
So
I don't even know. It looks Turkish. And
Vaguely.
because he's goofy, they've deemed him.
Quandale
Quadrille
Dingle.
Dingle.
Like do you remember Quandale Dingle?
Wait, they made the audio.
Yeah.
It was like, I just farted in my
Fine,
grandmother's reading
Quandale
machine.
Dingle.
Or
Yeah.
whatever. That's
So this is a guy who's trying. He's new. You know, he's a new guy. He's a new guy on the block. He's trying to be funny. He's trying to do anything he can to get the group leader to notice him. He wants that approval.
Mhm.
He needs to be in there.
He needs to have good res.
He needs to build his res. He needs to build his swag, right? And he needs the group leader's approval to get that swag.
Granddad, listen. You're not listening.
This is what's going to be like being 90 with riddled with Alzheimer's and just listening to conversations. And this is really
No,
give me a premonition.
honestly, I've seen like it was two gay guys talking about like the cunt war or something,
The
right?
cunt war.
And I was sitting watching it, like, man, this is going to be like I'm 102 or something, man.
Granddad, I'm not Turkish quadrille dingle. I'm your grandson. My name's Jim.
Yeah, but this guy will go to any means to go.
It's like-
And the last of our characters of this cast, right? The last of our squad. Your favourite, Tomato Head.
Tomato head.
He's the
A
third
sorry
place.
case. is
He's
tomato.
listen. Well, you're not first, you're not second. You're gonna be third,
Yeah.
and nobody likes someone in third, right?
Let's see tomato face.
He's an ominous guy. You know what I mean? He's quite debatable. There are theories that he's
But he has his role.
he's just no, but he has his role, but he's not in his role. Do you know what I mean? People are suspicious of this guy
Not in his lane.
because he might try and
Where's he
overthrow the
going?
group leader. Do you know what I mean?
He's not coming for the group leader. Tomato head will never
People
be
think he's going to try though. He's the Judas of the group, so he's very complex. He's a very complex character, right? And there are theories that he will try and overthrow. He's the Judas of
looking
the
up.
he's the Judas of the group.
I'm looking up TikTok Riz party.
You're having it explained to you in front of your face. You're just phone for it.
No, I want to look at
Clearly,
the
we're
picture.
not doing a good enough job. But basically, Tomato Head might be the Judas of the group. He's the one that's
Yeah.
going to betray the group leader, Blue Tie. I think that's what's going to happen.
But I don't think Pudgy Whiteshot would allow that to happen.
We'll
Because
see.
his role is to protect the group.
And
to
guy
keep- and to
guy
keep
behind
crown-
the group leader as
and
well.
to keep the
To
crown
make sure
on
that
the blue shirt.
Harmonium ensues.
I mean,
Yeah.
we see in the video. We see in the video that Pudgy Whiteshot has a great respect for Blue Tie because when he tries to dance a bit more,
Because
Yeah,
he's
that's
second in line, but he would never come to the front.
Yeah,
And
Exactly.
arguably, because he's pudgy and
Mhm.
white shirt and larger than blue tie,
Exactly.
he could take the throne if
He could.
but he has respect. for
And you
blue
see
tie.
that respect because he starts to dance really intently, but then he sees the blue tie and he's like, right, I'm going to take a step back here, I'm going to calm myself
I know
down,
my place.
and I'm going to hype this other guy up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see that happen.
By the way, something Tomato Heads never did.
No. Tomato Head's only out for himself.
Mm.
He's only...
And that's why he's in dead last.
Fucking hell. It's just 4 wee guys. It's just
6.
4 wee guys. It's like, what?
Well, there is. Really, it is 4, and then there's the guy on the left
True.
and the guy behind the group
True.
leader.
So was it any good Riz results?
We don't know.
Well, his brother came out, the blue tie, the leader, his brother came out and said, stop bullying blue tie, right?
No one's bullying blue. Everyone's saying that blue ties are good.
Apparently it's better
Blue
upset.
is the best.
But basically, everyone now is calling, basically saying he's in charge, the group leader is in charge of his big brother, basically. Because he's that much of a group leader.
Wow.
He's got his big brother
Must be his Riz.
to down below his level.
Imagine those wee guys. They go to school. They go to school the next day, right? After all this pish, right, and have to deal with that.
They
Like,
want it, man.
no, they don't.
They're filming themselves with their stupid fringes and their wee TikTok gowns.
TikTok. He's wearing a shirt, Ewan. He's
No,
wearing a
I'm
shirt.
not talking about pudgy white shirt, mate. I'm talking about blue tie.
Blue tie's wearing a tie.
Who
A
wears a
party
tie?
party. What are you
16-year-old
talking
wears
about?
a tie in 2024.
What
It's
colour's
a
the tie?
prom. It's a prom.
It's a
Sweet 16th, mate.
Callum,
Keep
you
up.
clearly know nothing.
Keep
about
up, bro.
TikTok.
Keep up.
Do you know what I tell you? You remember we were talking about this before, right? We
No.
go, would you press the button, turn off the internet? Fucking aye. It's enough.
I'd get rid of Wikipedia and I'd keep the TikTok.
Guys, well, what are we? What if we were the group before? Who would we be?
Nah, we
Well,
all know.
Callum is defo Turkish quadrille.
Yeah.
That's it, Callum's red face. No, sorry,
Tomato
Tomato Head. Do you think he's the
Tomato
honest one?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a complex
I'm sure he
character.
is complex.
I mean, he is a
He's not
complex.
staying within his role. I think he wants power.
Fair.
Callum's not a team player, you know what I mean?
He's a lone wolf.
He's not a facilitator, he's
Yeah.
not a pudgy white shirt, even though he is currently wearing a white shirt.
What do you
True.
mean I'm not a team player?
You're not a facilitator, Callum.
How?
You don't put yourself
Would you-
out there.
If we were in the club, if we were at a sweet 16th, even though that would be inappropriate, would you be hyping me up,
No, you
or
wouldn't.
would you step down when I was dancing, or Tom or Cal?
Mhm.
I don't think you would.
I don't think he would.
I don't think you would, mate. I don't think you would.
Why is this? I'm just getting slated now.
We're just telling you the truth, mate. Just telling you. Listen, you asked.
Head or Turkish quadrille dingle, that's Cal.
Yeah, you asked me. I think Tomato Head, to be honest. You've convinced me. You've convinced me.
So high with NPC vibes from Callum. One second.
How are you doing?
Would you be helping me res up with Baby Gronk and Libby Dunn?
This
I
is
don't think
fucking
so.
mental. What's happening?
Would you though?
Fucking get cold.
I'm like, my dad's like, you can I listen to the podcast? Like, yeah, tune into episode 9, Dad, you'll love
Best episode yet, man.
it.
Talk about risen up bloody done, man. It's
Who
great.
the fuck is let me done?
Libby Dunn. That's what your dad would say.
Well, let me
Why,
tell
do
you.
you know who Baby Gronk is?
Yeah.
No.
Why are you asking about? Surely out of the two, you would ask who the fuck Baby
You know
Gronk is.
who they are, Callum. Don't lie.
Because I presume fucking Baby Gronk an animated character or
He's
something.
not, he's a real
He's
guy.
a real guy, unfortunately.
He resed up Libby Dunn.
Oh fucking. Oh. Let me done is it?
No, Levy.
Right.
Oh, right, what Baby Gronk, right, is
Shut no.
Baby Gronk is an American football prospect. I think he's
Yeah.
like 13.
he's got a good throwing arm.
He's got a good arm.
And he rizzed up Livy Dunn, who is a gymnast.
American gymnast.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm lightheaded after that.
So blonde lassie, that's blonde lassie. Olivia Dunn, right.
Livy Dunn.
Give the government out there.
Yeah. So basically,
And then so we
That's
thought,
why you're Tomato Head throwing people's governments out there. Callum.
exactly.
well, she's famous. It's not,
Doxing her.
it's not a fucking
There you go,
podcast. Right. So I'm fucking big tomato heat or something now.
Yeah. Tom, I think you're pudgy white shirt, to be honest.
Do you think I'm
I
Budgie
you're a
White Shirt?
facilitator.
Listen, I'm facilitating this entire podcast,
Yeah,
so
that's what you do.
I'll take that. Oh, that's accurate. I'm dependable. You can depend on me to do things, mate.
I think I'm like half quadrille dingo, and I'm going to say half group leader. I'm half blue time, but I'm also half
What
dingo.
was
I don't know, man.
I'm
I
half
don't.
dingo.
I don't know.
He's moving sus right now. He's moving trying to get you sucked, the leader.
So how can you?
Can I act like the tomato heads?
You and how can you be wanting to be the leader but also the leader?
If you get a gunshot sound coming from the toilet, by the way, just ignore it.
Yeah, oh my, can I join you? Jesus. It could be done, basically.
But bullshit.
Right,
Two truths to one lie.
right. It's tip-bit bullshit. If you've not played before, 2 truths, 1 lie. Right? Aidan's doing it today. Fabulous.
Perfect, Callum.
So 2 truths, 1 lie, and I actually can't remember what we talked about last week. Do you?
That was the Agiri
Okay. Oh yeah. So 2 weeks ago we talked about that. So naturally, it's nothing to do with that.
Yep.
Because I thought I can't be bothered with that, and also we basically discussed all the interesting aspects of Agiri Wrath of God, and I can't remember what the news was. So what I thought I'd do, since we always do a film review, and we're basically adjacent to cinematic podcasting, I just thought we could subtitle this edition "Trouble in Paradise," because I've decided to give 3 facts about the personal lives of our greatest filmmakers, particularly their domestic lives. Okay, so it's just generally about filmmakers and relationship things about them, okay? And 2 of them are true, and 1 of them is a lie.
As is tip-bit bullshit.
That makes sense?
Makes sense.
A bit of fun in the theming, but we'll keep going. What's
Yeah,
happening?
well,
Why? What did you want the theme to be?
I don't know. Something related.
It kind of works though, because the last week's episode was about Agiri Wrath of God, had a riot production, the relationship.
I think the most interesting part of that movie is the production. So,
Yeah, it's like it's the filming and the breakdown of the relationships of those in the process of filming.
Is this number 10?
This is number 9.
No, no.
What are we doing for number 10?
Well,
We'll talk about that in a minute. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, so I just couldn't be bothered doing anything from last week, so it's just generally about that. So, number 1, Jean-Luc Godard's cousin, Pedro Pablo Kaczynski Godard, was the president of Peru from 2016 to 2018 before being impeached, and he's currently under house arrest amidst allegations of corruption. Number 2, Coen brother Ethan and his wife described their marriage as non-traditional due to the fact that his wife Trisha Cook, with whom he co-wrote Drive-Away Dolls, identifies as a lesbian. Number 3, Wes Anderson's mother Barbara was, as a teenager, in a religious cult called the Children of God, whose female members performed honey trap operations to convert men, quote, who would otherwise not have heard the word of God, or to court political influence. In this capacity, Wes has said his mother once slept with a senator from Texas in the 1950s by the name of Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oof. Well, the Children of God and those who were in the Children of God actually do have quite a large link to Hollywood, because the Phoenix brothers were, their family were inside the Children of God.
Yeah.
And I think they were pretty heavily.
To be honest, I'm already thinking the first one's bullshit.
First one is that the president of Peru was Jean-Luc Godard's cousin.
Pedro Pablo Kaczynski Godard.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
See, for people
Because I
that
believe the weird
might not
relationship,
recognise Jean-Luc Godard, who's he again?
Breathless guy.
Yeah, he was a 60s new wave director. He did Breathless.
I'm going to be honest with you, in Mungo Callum.
Mungo
I had
Callum.
no idea who he was. I just
Why are we
know...
doing Mungo Callum? Why is it Mungo stuff? We're not doing the Mungo pitch, right? Anyway.
No, I am still, because I find it funny.
Yeah, it's very fun. Anyway, the whole point is that I have no idea who basically any of these people are. But number 2,
Jean-Luc Godard was
I also don't care. Point is,
What was it? Sorry, what was it?
point is, number 2 is Hollyweird, right?
The second one was
Ethan.
Alright,
one of the Coen brothers.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, like a director having a weird relationship with his wife in Hollywood. Yeah, that's so
Coen Brothers.
that's like so normal. That's so normal.
It's not exactly, but
Well, it's normal in Hollywood, mate, right? And then the third one, I don't know. It seems right to me. Number 1 seems like bullshit. I don't know. Maybe that is.
She sucked on Jumbo.
Maybe. It could be getting me here, but I think that detail, actually, that's true.
Speaking of that Coen Brothers film, my Aunt Elaine, right? She's invited her mate to go to that Coen Brothers film, right? The new one, Drive-Away Dolls, whatever it's called. not realising it's like a lesbian film. So she said to our neighbour, like, oh, I don't want to see this film, I like the Coen Brothers. And they went and watched
Does she like the Coen Brothers?
Yeah, she does, yeah. She went and watched it and it's like a lesbian film. So they walked out in disgust apparently.
What?
Excellent.
They walked out in disgust.
Yeah, apparently it's vulgar.
But she's a big Coen Brothers fan. That seems a bit
She
odd.
doesn't really seem
She likes the
bad.
Coen Brothers, I think.
Is she Christian? Is it hardcore Christian?
Well, she's Christian. I don't know if she's hardcore exactly,
Mm.
but she's. I don't think she's. I don't really want to say, but I don't think she's a homophobe, you know. But she apparently went in, and I just like the idea that she invited her neighbour out.
Surely it's also quite weird that she invited a female neighbour to go.
That's
see
what I'm saying. Our elderly single female neighbour,
No.
and then when both kind of cat
Maybe
women.
it was too much for her. Maybe they were like, oh, this is really awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's probably why
Probably.
the walkout happened more than the.
Yeah, but it's more awkward to address it and then say, let's leave. This is too awkward.
So.
But she said I was asking about it, and she said, "Oh, it's just all vulgar, Calm." I was
Anyway,
like,
what do
"Alright."
you think of Aidan's tip about bullshit?
I think that Coen Brothers thing's not true.
You think it's not true?
Yeah.
How do you think it's not true?
I think it's bullshit. I
How's
don't
that?
think Ethan Coen's wife's
That
a
sounds like the
lesbian.
most normal. That's the most believable one out of the three.
I don't think Ethan Coen's wife's a lesbian. What was the third one again?
Wes Anderson's mother, Barbara, she was in a religious cult called the Children of God. They did female members, this was when she was a teenager. The female members did honey trap operations, and in that capacity, she once slept with a senator from 1950s Texas who went by the name Lyndon B. Johnson.
I like that. I like the way you've done that with the went by Texas senator by the name Lyndon B.
It was
Johnson.
supposed to be a reveal because the astute listeners would have recognised that he was a president.
Yes.
I like that.
And no,
That's-
honey
they've
trap
done that well.
operations, do they actually sleep with the people?
Yeah,
I think it can go that far. Yeah.
they would use it to
If
court
it's-
political influence
Yeah.
with like local politicians, but they would also use it because they wanted to proselytize people who would normally not have been receptive, i.e., horny bastards who just wanted to sleep with young teenage women. But then they would sleep with them and they'd be like, "Oh, by the way, heard about this Jesus guy?"
Whatever sets the trap. Do you know what I mean? Whatever sets the
As soon
trap.
as it's finished.
Well, that's when men are at the most vulnerable.
Indeed,
So
yeah. There's many times I thought I've had to seek Christ after that.
yeah. So hey.
So was he it wasn't a senator at that time? It was just
No, he was a Texan senator at that.
why would a Texan senator?
Do you know the year?
Why would
Oh,
Wes
not
Anderson's
expected to
mom?
seek God.
Why would Wes Anderson's mom go to him? Oh, by the way, I pumped Lyndon Johnson. By the way, son.
No, but he wasn't.
I'm
one
sure
of
it
the
came up
people
in
who were
conversation.
proselytizing. She would have slept with him to try to get like influence
Oh,
for,
for political
for
gain.
the cult.
Okay, I see.
He would have just been having an affair for all he knew.
Hmm.
Like, see when you're 70, right? See if you went with like Sally Magnuson, right?
When I'm 70, I highly doubt Sally Magnus is going to be like when I'm.
No,
70.
well, who could you go with? You go with what's the wee chook Terry Lassie did the Gaelic in the Scottish Parliament, right?
What's your point?
And London.
See, would you see if you went?
No, he means Kate Forbes.
With, Kate Forbes, aye. See if you went with Kate. What's up with Kate Forbes, right? You
Just said it.
went with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're 70. Would you tell your daughter that? No.
Kate Forbes is nowhere near as impressive as Lyndon B. Johnson,
The president of the.
But the
United
point-
States.
the once finance secretary of Scotland.
No, but the point is, Kate Forbes is going to be she's going to be like Prime Minister, no doubt, at some point.
Nah, because
I mean, to be honest, I don't actually know if it was his mother who told him. He might have heard it some other way. But I know.
Lyndon B. Johnson were the interviews like the greatest shag I ever had.
Well, my vote's for number one being fake.
Mine's number 2.
What do you think, Ian?
I think they're all shite, to be honest. Is that the joke, Aidan?
I
It's
don't
just-
think I
Say
don't.
that every week.
Number one being fake. Number one would surprise me most if it was fake. I think.
What, that Pedro Pablo Kaczynski Goddard was president of Peru.
Yeah. Well,
And he's-
Kaczynski's weird.
and he's currently under house arrest for corruption.
Was he in the films as well?
No.
So basically, I have to vote number one or number two, or else it's.
Well, do you think it's number 3?
I think it could be number 3 because Aidan has an interest in Wes Anderson and hence would be more likely to lie about him.
The fact, while it was well written as a tidbit, I feel like the reveal to Linda B. Johnson might be stretching the truth. So I think she might have been part of the cult, but she's never done Linda
So
B.
you
Johnson.
think 3's fake?
I think 3's the second most likely to be fake.
Right, okay.
So I could be convinced to go 3.
I think it's so number 2. So number 2, that's bullshit. No way.
I can believe number 2.
It's a beard thing.
It's the most
Explain it to
believable
me,
one.
Aidan. Explain it to... Is it pump now?
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship, but as far as I can make out, they are married. They both have extramarital affairs.
So it's an open marriage.
He knows that she is a lesbian. She is a lesbian.
Then why are they married?
Because they love each other.
I guess because they love each other and they have children together.
But did they always know she was a lesbian?
I don't know.
That's just crazy. Nah, that's true, probably. I'll go with number 3. Number 3's shite.
You're not helping me here, because Tom's going number 1.
Alright, I'll go number 1 then.
I could be convinced
Actually, no,
to
go
go.
number 3 and I'll agree that it's also number 3.
Right, number 3.
Okay.
I could be convinced.
Right, we're going number 3, Aidan, we've decided.
You're saying that number 3 is false?
Aye.
Oh, no.
We are, we've done it. We've done it.
Oh, God, okay. I think Tom might be like, okay, there you go.
Right, go on, give us suspense.
So,
See if it's fucking the lesbian thing, I'm gonna kick off.
Ethan Cohen is married to a woman who self-identifies as a lesbian.
See, I told you, it's the most normal thing in the world in Hollywood.
And John Luke Goddard's cousin was president of Peru.
Oh, we
thank
go,
God,
we
we did it.
go.
We did it, boys.
Yeah,
Finally.
you almost said number. That was a real turnaround. But yeah, the whole thing. But it's interesting you picked up on that because that is entirely fictitious. But I was inspired to come up with that line because I was reading about the Phoenix family, and Phoenix's mother was in the Children of God.
Did she go
and
with
they
Linda
did
Johnson?
do honey trap operations, but the whole element between Wes Anderson and Linda B. Johnson I just made up.
Did she go with Linda Johnson?
Still well done.
No, that bit was made up.
What, even not even Phoenix's mom?
No, that bit was made up.
Alright, okay.
Still well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
I'm kind of annoyed though because you literally all had agreed to go 1 or 2, and then he just says, oh, 3 then, I guess. So I almost go with it.
Well, that's the thing is, it was either going to be 1 or 3 because
Nah,
I
because you
feel like-
justified 2 too well. Just
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing because you asked me that, and then you asked, does she know? And I realised that as I was answering it, I thought I'm making it easier for him to believe it now. I shouldn't be doing that.
I believed it fully. Like,
Because
Yeah, the 2 was never in
Yeah.
question for me.
It was 1 or 3.
No, but the way I actually answered it,
yeah, so
I
it's
should've-
just so like
because I
that's-
know that is the case. I think I did tell the truth, but I should have just said I don't know
Mhm.
to you because I shouldn't have made it more believable. I don't know why I did
I
that.
feel like whatever you would have said, I would have still believed 1 or 3.
Yeah, but he only said 3 because I was too honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Well done us.
Well, every rain has an end.
It's true. It's true.
Do you want to do it next week, Tom, since you know all about Godzilla?
Well, we'll have to see. Depends on what we're doing next week.
Or we're not getting... But
We
we're
might
having
have
a
a 10th episode Mungo
tip.
special.
Mate, we're having a tip, but we should not touch it.
Alright, well,